Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're taking our second attempt at Felothar. Last time we tried to do a bunch of stuff with counters and the Hydra and things like that. This time, we're going to be going ham on just attacking with counters, being all-in aggressive, and seeing if we can outrace the Izzet Aggro decks, because I think we actually can. Starting at the top, one of my favorite cards, Nesting Bot. I know some of y'all are tired of this card, but I enjoy the hell out of it, and it actually fits perfectly in this deck. We have some Novus Inspector. Now, we almost don't ever really need to draw with the clue. It's just another thing we can sacrifice, but if we get to draw it, then it's a bonus. Spiteful Hexmage. Generally, not the best card. However, here, it's almost always just going to be a 3-2 that we can sacrifice the thing off the back of it, which is nice. But if we have to put the counter on something, the curse counter can go on a Nesting Bot that's probably going to die anyway, or an Inspector that's only a 1-2. So we have some good places to put it. Get Lost, obviously, is just good at doing what it does. We are going to play some Resolute Reinforcements for two reasons. One, there's a lot of temporary lockdowns going around, so we can leave this up if they lock down, play it during their instep. However, it also gives us another token that we can sacrifice, which is nice. Voice of Victory, like this, keeps the opponent from doing things on our turn, especially if that includes playing a Felothar. We don't want to get it removed immediately. However, one of the interesting things is you can stack the effects so that your Mobilize triggers first, then you get those two tokens, and you can sacrifice one of them to Felothar, since they were going to be sacrificed at end of turn anyway. Couple of nowhere to runs, and this is fine, mostly because we can give something -3, -3, but we can also sacrifice this if we need to, so that's kind of nice. And then we have Sanguine Evangelist. Making another token's great. Good against those Izzet Aggro decks, being able to block their flyers. Also, anytime they're killing your creatures and you're making more tokens, that gives you a chance to keep up and even get ahead a little bit against them. And we've been talking a lot about Felothar, Dawn of the Abzan. If you don't know what it is, it's a 3-mana 3/3 with Trample. And whenever it enters or attacks, you can sacrifice a non-land permanent and put a +1/+1 counter on everything. But this is going to grow stuff very quickly. We do have a few Yathan Roadwatcher. This is good for a few reasons, right? Being able to get back something like Sanguine Evangelist, or even just get back a Felothar, could instantly end the game if we're just putting a bunch of counters on stuff. We can even be really creative and play Yathan Roadwatcher, get back Felothar, sack the Roadwatcher to the Felothar if we need to pump everything up. And we have one Elspeth Stormslayer because we are making a lot of tokens. But if nothing else, we just give everything a +1/+1, come over the top, fly in for a win. So we'll see how that works. Lands, we're not doing anything special, but we're not playing creature lands because we can't really afford for too many lands to enter the battlefield tapped. However, we are actually getting away with playing a Cavern of Souls today because we do have a bunch of humans in the deck, so we're playing a couple of those. And one Merrick, so if the game goes long, we just make more tokens, things to sacrifice. But yeah, this should be a fun one, and the best part is it has a bunch of cards you probably play in other decks, so at the end of the video, if you like the way it plays, there'll be a link. It'll be easy to build. It'll take you over to Moxfield. You can download it and play it for yourself. But if you want to buy something, it doesn't matter what type of Magic card you want, new, old, rare, whatever. Check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. Use my code DRAGON, DRAGN. It'll save you 5% and all that good stuff. All right, this is it. Let's go see if this version of Felothar is better than the last one. Okay, this is fine. At least to get started. I mean, of course, we'd love to have more land so we can get the Sanguine Evangelist down. See, this is tough against black-red decks. It's very, very tempting. We found a third land, that's good. To want to play Voice of Victory here. But I almost kind of don't want to. But I'm going to do it anyway. I mean, if they take their turn off just to kill our Voice of Victory, that's fine. Then we just play Sanguine Evangelist, and then on later turns, maybe back these up. Yeah, I figured there was something like that. We weren't going to worry about it. I wasn't assuming Chainsaw. I thought it'd be something else, but in the end, same result. And this works out, because now if something happens, we can Resolute Reinforcements and Get Lost on the same turn, if necessary. I also like this if like something random happened, like say a Brotherhood's in, we still end up with 2 tokens. That's why I like all these cards in this list that replace themselves. Keeps the beatdown going. Emberheart Challenger, where'd you come from? That feels like such a random card to pop up out of nowhere. Okay. I think we're just going to kill it and get our attacks in here. Opponent's plan is obviously just to block here. So we don't care. Let's keep the pressure up. They go to 12. We've maxed out our speed. We get to flash in a reinforcements here. Yeah, Swissbear, I guess you're going to get a chainsaw? Nope, you're just going to kill my Evangelist. That's fair. Why not? This is where we want to draw Felothar. This is where we get our money turns in. Wow. Not even blocking. There's like, whatever, you just got little dudes. Well, I have a lot of little dudes, opponent. Respect them. Respect the duders. Ah, okay, here we go. Opponent's at 6. I don't know how we're going to get to the finish line from here, but we'll see. I don't think we die from here. I mean, I guess there's a world where maybe they could get counter, rage, fling. Or I guess juice up a chainsaw and fling. I don't know, maybe. I mean, we can make a 1/1, but it can't block. So we might still be dead here. Yeah, they can chainsaw up for 8. Then, yeah, we're dead. I should have left the creature back to block. Assuming they have the sacrifice, dude. That does not look like they have it. What are we waiting on here? Oh, maybe they still do. All right. And the other card's the sacrifice guy? Nope. It was just a bunch of pump spells. All right, then. That's random. Okay. Well, we'll just get in there, I guess. That didn't finish at all like I thought it was going to. Yeah, that was a wild deck. It was just a billion things to pump stuff and a couple of kill spells. Huh. Alright, well, we'll take it. Ooh, triple Felothar is bad. This is useful. I can at least say that. Yep, you got it. Gonna kill our nesting bot? Man, I'm not gonna block here. I'm not that interested. Yep, rage away. I would say you didn't attack to not do anything. You're at least gonna opt or something here, right? No? They just opted to do nothing. Why was that the answer? This gets a little weird because now I'm invested in playing the Voice of Victory here with the Felothar in hand. Maybe they were just leaving up a counter. I didn't even think about that. Oh, Burst Lightning? Sure. Can we get a 1/1 anyway? Alright. Sounds like a plan, I guess. Still no blocks. There's the opt. I assume they had at least 2 spells or 1 rage, or they wouldn't have made that play there. So blocking doesn't do much. There's the rage. Alright. Any other spells? Got a rage for your other one? They do. Look at that. How convenient. Now we have to figure out, is there a way we just don't die here? I don't think so, because I feel like even if they have a burn spell, we would be dead, right? So the best thing we could do, sadly, is just play this and sack this and hope we're big enough for a turn. Maybe that's just a land in their hand. Okay, we got what we wanted. That was a best case scenario. So we play this. If I attack and make these two, that's not enough. We need to wait. I could have sacked the bat, but also if they just played their flyer, it would have just got ugly real quick. Okay. This gives us some wiggle room now. Let's go here and here. Sacking one of these. I don't know what's going on in their hand, but it's very weird. Yeah, that can just die. It's fine. I'm going to go ahead and play this. Okay, well, they didn't have anything. What are you holding on to that doesn't just kill us here? All right, if it works out, we win next turn, but I don't know. We do have to be aware that those could both be counters. And that could be an actual problem. We obviously block. Whatever they rage, we're gonna target with this get lost. Okay, so they found a rage. Sweet. We got there. Whoo, that was close. Yeah, we got way more than enough on that coming attack step. Nice. Opponent plays turn 1 Monastery, Swift Spear. Plays another one, and then just goes on 3 rages or whatever, and somehow we didn't die. That feels a little bit lucky, but you take those. Okay. I don't like having 4 lands, but this could be a lot worse. Let's go with this. See, this is where it gets a little ugly, because, like, should I waste this on a Llanowar Elf? Or should I worry about what they play next? The problem is what they play next could be the artifact that searches for lands. Yeah, let's just kill the Llanowar Elf. It's probably a little too aggressive, but that's fine. Oh, well, they just had another elf. Go figure. You can have a land. Alright, thanks. And it's a tap land. Love to see that. Let's get in there again. Play this duder. Which I don't mind, because we can run all this into combat, and then if the Evangelist dies, we can get it back with the Road Watcher. Well, not like that. I mean, I guess we still can. But not the best choice. Alright, well, we're attacking. I mean, if this is how we die, we die. Sometimes it's just gonna suck. Wow, you're kidding. That was terrible. 3 land and Voice of Victory. That's all we could muster out of all that? That's garbage. Well, we're going to have to hope we can draw into a removal spell or something here for one of these Archfiends. Otherwise, I don't think we're going to be able to win. That does not help us. Let's see what we can find. That also does not help us. Is there a way? I guess we play this. Put the counter here. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming we're dead as soon as I kill something. I mean, 2 kill spells kills us anyway. We needed to draw a get lost, and we failed terribly. What even is this? Dinosaurs and archfiends? I mean, good for them. They're going to kill us just the same, but like, that's crazy. All right. Well, either way, we have to find a get lost for an archfiend here, or we're just dead. Yep, that's not going to do it. Okay, well, we didn't do much. Didn't get anything to put counters on nothing. That's just bad game. Okay, opponent goes first here. Hopeless Nightmare. Sure, I'm going to discard a Felothar. Why not? See how many things you're going to kill here. Make a sacrifice or whatnot. Sure. Not even really mad that guy's gone, to be honest. You're cute. Let's just pass here. They're probably going to bounce. Nope, they're just going to play it on Holy Annex. Alright, so we have a little bit of a chance here to do some things. Ooh, here's a deal. Do we do both of these first? And well, they might make us just discard Felothar, right? So this might be our only chance to do anything, sadly. Ah, this is tough. I think we do it, but Felothar is just going to die a horrible death. That's tough. Alright, get in there. I mean, I say that. They could also just play a demon here. Yep, that demon does hurt. Ooh, that's nice, though. Let's play this. Attack. Sack this. Okay, I was for a second thought they might not be interested in blocking, and that was going to suck for us. Really would have liked to have had a nesting bot down, though, so if things went sideways, we'd be able to get a little value. Hopeless Nightmare. All right, there goes our duder. We're down to 8. Opponent's going to go to 11. We can attack them for 8, 9, 10. All right. I mean, on the plus side, if they spend time killing a creature, well, they're just dead because they die to their own enchantment, right? Because if they deal with these creatures, the enchantment kills them. If they just make a demon to stay alive, yeah, it doesn't even matter. That's a crazy way to win against this deck, but you know what? I'm going to be proud of that one. Because I felt like we didn't do a whole lot. We just kind of struggled a little bit, but we got there with Felothar. All right, let's keep it. This is, I wouldn't say the model hand, but it's pretty good. Ha! Duress us. I ain't got no spells. This is all creatures. We're like Jacob Fatu, all grass, no breaks. I was thinking about this the other day. Well, this is, you know, inside wrestling jargon for those of you who watch wrestling. I think it's kind of funny that all gas, no breaks was an old phrase that he just started using, and I started thinking, that's kind of like Jay, right? Started using yeet from forever ago. Even though we all thought yeet went out of style, like, I don't know, like 5 years ago or something, pre-COVID. Let's play this. Put that here. Play a land. Attack. Made sure we played the greed one so we can't mess up Felothar. We have one more turn, then they're going to reanimate Valgavoth, I'm assuming. Which means... Oh, they didn't get a land. Never mind, they ain't going to be getting that Valgavoth after all. So I'm just going to do this and just force the issue. I was going to play Sanguine Evangelist, but whatever. Alright, now if they don't do something big this turn, we're probably good to go. Because then, even if they have Valgavoth, we're just going to keep punching through it. And our creatures are going to be big enough to survive like a any type of -2/-2 or Brotherhood's End or anything like that. So we're not worried about that part of the equation. Okay, good chance we'll be seeing Valgavoth next turn. But so we need to do enough damage this... Well, we're going to do a lot anyway. Put them low enough that, yeah, this will be great. Let's do this. Do this. Attack. I'm going to sack this one. Alright, so now even if they get Valgavoth, it doesn't matter. You block, go to 12, but you'll definitely take more than 12. And we've got way more damage behind it. Yep, that's the play, but that doesn't really save you, even if you were to get 2 or 3 tokens. Like, Valgavoth was going to be their best bet. I mean, Roadwatcher, they get a blocker. I mean, it's not nothing. I mean, they're still at 3 and die to a flyer a bunch of different ways here. Yep, opponent just says GG's. Alright. Ooh, can we keep this? We get 2 draws to find a black land? Sure, let's do it. Oh, this could be a bad mistake. At least we have a get loss for 1 turn, if nothing else. Oh, are you going to exile our dude? Because that's the only bad part, is if Netzing bots get hit by Torch of Towers. Anything else we're kind of okay with. Whoa, opponent's playing dirty. Look at this. The little double strikers. I like it, though. You know what? This kind of counts. The problem is it even worth it to play Felothar here? I don't think that it is. I want to so bad. I really do. But I think I'm just going to do this. If the opponent's not playing creatures, or they have to either have things in hand that go on creatures, or they're looking to play removal. One or the other. And Felothar would have only been slightly more damage on these turns here, so it's not the end of the world. Go attacking. Okay, so they just had a hand that loaded up the Swift Blade. They were all in on that card. Okay, I'm going to do this, and I guess just make some 1/1s. This is a weird game. Like, I can't play 3 of my spells. Their hand, I'm assuming they can't play stuff because they need creatures. So, killing the 1 creature was worth it, I guess. I also bet some number of those protect creatures as well, so I bet this get loss isn't going to do a whole lot. Wow, are we going to win not being able to cast the bulk of our hand? And they scried to the bottom. Wow. So they literally kept a hand. They were all in on Vindicator. Crazy. Alright. Well, just attack, because that's all we can do. Oh, I didn't even make a token at the end of their turn. I should have. What was I thinking? I got so caught up having fun. I mean, I guess it's the same here, though. Unless they Sunfall. There's a Scamp. Okay. So the plan is to pump Scamp to all hell and then just fling it at us? Yeah, I'm down. Yep, so there's a Sellsword. I'm just going to let him spend as much mana as possible before we try to fire off this get loss. Because if we get to that point, then the game's just over anyway. Even if they have another one of these, Target creatures. Yeah, they still have to target something before that happens. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, sure. Okay, we can work with this. I think one of the things I also like about this style of deck is your opponents don't really know what you're doing at any point. Because it sort of looks like it might be a Viper deck. You know, looks like a weird token pile. And then kind of out of nowhere, you're like, all right, here's Felothar, and here's a bunch of tokens. I'm going to go ahead and go with this. If you got something, you got something. Though they're probably going to play something big with 4 mana here. We're going to be very sad, but that's okay. As expected. How did we know? Okay. So if we do this, we can remove this. Alright, no attacks. In theory, assuming they don't have a way to give it indestructible, we could at least make blocking this worthwhile. However, if it has indestructible, we're just going to lose a bunch of things and then get bashed in the face a second time. Need to get to where, if we can survive till Elspeth, that would be the real trick here. Man, get to double that guy's power? Ugh. The only good news is they attack here, I can at least kill it, with just blocking with the Hex Mage. But next turn, it's going to be a 16. So I can't let anything else get through other than just Almsrag. And Ruby's also going to be big. So, yeah, this is kind of an ugly situation. What do we do here? Oh, boy. We can play another Hex Mage. We can play a Reinforcements. I think that's the way we got to go here. So let's go Hex Mage. It doesn't matter where we put the counter because we're going to remove it. If we attack with everything, I'm assuming they block Voice of Victory. We sack this. They would take 2, 4, and 10. So that's 14. I mean, I don't love it, don't hate it. I think we just attack with Felothar and... I mean, I don't know. That is a lot. I'm just trying to figure out how we die. Like, do they, like, Brotherhoods in and then attack or something? Like, which way are we going to die here? I'm going to go for it. I don't know how we die. We're going to find out. I couldn't convince myself of enough cards that they're going to kill us with, so... Okay, they blocked the way we expected them to block, so that's good. We can currently still single block Ansrog. Though I don't think the artifact gives it trample. It just doubles the power. But I mean, if they doubled in rage or something, that'd be gross. Yeah, I mean... We kind of knew this was going to be the situation. I'm just hedging against rage. Oh, they didn't have it. Okay, because I was like, if they find a way to keep this alive, we could have been in a lot of trouble. Do you have another one? Because I could see that too. Yeah, that just comes through. We just take our 5. That's fine. Okay. So good news, we can get a bunch of creatures back at a minimum if we completely brick on Road Watcher. That guy's back and is going to deal 4 to us. Is it 8 or 4 when it deals to its power when it dies, huh? That sucks. Man, I needed this to be a thing. Okay. Is there a way... I mean, I guess they're just dead, though, right? Like, yeah, we just Road Watcher and attack. What am I doing? I'm like, wait a minute. They just have 2 blockers. Can we make enough to kill them here? No, we can't. Darn it. I thought maybe we could. View the battlefield. So we attack. Ansraga die. So we need something that just makes blockers, right? So we need either Voice of Victor or Sanguine Evangelist. Because that's the only way we lose here. So then we attack, attack, attack. These two get blocked. Sack this. Ansrag dies. They take 3. And then we have 3 blockers. I mean, I guess that's what we got to do. We take 10? Ugh. Alright. Kind of the exchange we got to make. It's not pretty, but kind of just is what it is. Man, if we would even just had Elspeth, we could have just flown over and won that turn. It would have been awesome. Also, a burn spell kills us. Yeah, we die to a lot of things. All right. Missing a land there killed us. If we got a land, we just win that game. That's tough. Oh, no. This is an easy mulligan. I can't keep that. This is interesting if we can find any of our 3-mana plus cards. I'm assuming we put back an Inspector. Yeah, we kind of have to. Just have to gamble that we find what we need here. Alright. Good news is, I feel like we're getting... Okay, that's nice. Getting out in front of what I'm assuming is the Izzet Aggro deck a little bit here. So now we got to find some removal and or some bigger cards. Oh, it's not. Interesting. Huh. Alright, well, attacking. That's what we do best. Whoa, I hadn't seen anybody play that in a minute. Let's go ahead and just draw a card here. Obviously hoping to find an untapped land to go with stuff. We failed. So there's that. Yeah, we're just killing this guy. And just continue attacking. If we're not going to find lands, got to keep pressure the only way we know how. Also, in the assumption they're not playing sweepers or anything if you're playing Brineborn Cutthroat, but maybe. Man, Felothar would have been big business here, too. Interesting. Why do they want to mill cards so badly? Well, there's a Felothar. Guess we just attack. What happens when this thing is at threshold? It gets +1, +0. Or +2, +1. Alright. They definitely want their graveyard filled for something. There's a Zombify. Something's going on. Like, we're not seeing the bigger thing, but there's definitely something happening here. Not 100% sure what it is, but it's something. Alright. Might as well attack. Yep. Only good news is if Felothar dies here, we can get it right back with the Road Watcher. Oh, so this is literally just fill the graveyard deck and all the stuff that has threshold. You draw and discard a card whenever it enters or attacks. Okay. You got it. So how do you want to go about this? I think we just Road Watcher now. Get back something like Hex Mage and then just remove a thing. Let's see if they have a counter. Because there's a chance. Okay, they did. Fair enough. Then we attack here. Get rid of this. Alright. The opponent's at 2. Abyssal Harvester. Wow. Okay. They're doing some things. Alright, shields down for us to do whatever we need to do here. They're going to return an instant or sorcery. They're going to get that to, I guess, just get a creature back. There's nothing real threatening over there, so sure, I guess. Ooh, I wish you were an untapped land. You had so much potential. Man, that could have been good. So then, what do we do here? Because just getting Felothar outright with nothing to sacrifice isn't particularly great. But I also don't want to waste the Road Watcher just to get, like, Hex Mage or something. This is tough. I'm assuming... Yeah, they're at 2. Alright, I guess we do it. Sanguine Evangelist, though. That's a real thing. So then we would have 3 creatures to their 2 if they just get something back on the battlefield. And that would be lethal by itself? Oh, no, we have 3 to their 3. Oh, man. Alright, I'm going to get the Evangelist. Mostly because I feel like there's just more options and ways for us to win that way. So during their end step, we could possibly, like, Resolute Reinforcements, make a token, attack. Also, if we just top deck a Felothar, that works too. Or another Road Watcher. Stab, stab, and then get their own Road Watcher. Looks like that might be the case here. Nope, they're just going to zombify. Wait, so why stab if it doesn't kill anything? Why not at least kill the Evangelist and then just play an Evangelist? That's so strange. Wow. Rise of the Dark Realms. Oh, jeez. They're 1 mana away, 2 mana away from that. Yeah, I'm so confused. Why would you... Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand Magic anymore, I guess. Okay. Gosh dang, Rise of the Dark Realms. Like, jeez. Alright, I guess we just pass. I mean, we didn't get any of the cards we wanted. Hell, Elspeth would have been great there too. But this is mostly fine. We make 3 creatures here. Oh, well, they got Rise of the Dark Realms, but it's not going to matter. If their last card's not a removal spell here, I mean, the most they do is they put a creature into play. I guess they put this thing. Each opponent discards a card and loses 2 life, and you draw a card and gain 2. I mean, oh, but that costs you. That didn't cost you life or anything, right? Yeah, I don't. Why are they not using this guy? I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. Are we good yet? Alright, I'm going to make 1 more. Is that good yet? I mean, I guess they could give something lifelink or whatever here, too. That's always a possibility. But we're attacking with all that. Hope it's enough. I mean, even if you gained 4, you would have exactly 6. So yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what happened in this game. Yeah, I feel like I played terribly, just worrying about weird cards, and then the weird cards I was thinking of, they played even weirder cards. So, like, I don't know what's happening. This was a crazy game that, had it gone one more turn, might have been unwinnable because of Rise of the Dark Realms. Like, that was crazy. I'm gonna keep this, but I don't know like if I like it. The more I think about it, the more I'm realizing, like, Elspeth might not be the card for this deck. While it's neat to have it as an upper end, I think we need something else that's 3 or 4 mana. 5 is just a bit much for this type of deck, I think. Whoa. What are we doing here? Are you actually playing Dragons? Okay. I guess if I was hard up, I could destroy my own enchantment. And then I would get the tokens, and then I could try to pump my creatures. Not a great idea, but it's something that's there. Oh yeah, Voice of Victory. If they got a way to kill it, it's out of here. Yeah, no surprise. Oh, you're playing Taval, though. That's a good bit of information to have. And then this gets countered, since we no longer have Voice of Victory. Yep, makes sense. Oh man, this has not been good. Now they have any color mana as well to be able to play Taval when the time comes. Alright, I mean, we haven't really drawn much in the way of threats. We've drawn a lot of mana here. And sadly, they're probably going to draw cards. I would think they have Meringue here. Nope, but that's just as good. Yeah, I don't know, man, how we can even resolve an Elspeth here. I almost need them to play Taval. We get a shot at killing her. Yeah. I mean, at least if we get a human, we could put this on human and know it's going to resolve, which is nice. But it's kind of all we'd have going. Yeah. Alright. It just doesn't feel like it's worth it to try to resolve Elspeth here. Feels like there's more money, more upside if we wait. I don't even want to show them the Cavernous Souls, actually. So if they are going to play counters, like, they're still trying to figure that into their turn math or whatever, potentially. Yeah, they're not committing to that. They obviously have removal and counters here. Okay. Go attacking for 2. Or for 1, sorry. Play this. I just have to commit now. Okay, there's the Meringue to draw cards. So I wonder if their plan is going to be maybe try to play Taval now that you have mana and can protect it. Seemingly with the counter. Obviously, we have Get Loss. Yep. Hope they don't have Negate. I mean, I guess the other side is we could always use Elspeth just to kill it. I mean, we'll tap out to pay the 4 if we gotta. Okay, that worked. So I assume they're going to replay the Roiling Dragonstorm. No. So they have the counter. Alright, so then let's see if we can get them to counter this. Also, what the hell, Arena? You use the Cavernous Souls for the... Oh my god! Why? Why would you do that? I have all that mana. Why would... Oh, no. Okay, well, Sure. Why not? For some reason, that didn't get countered. Thanks, I guess. Go attacking. Alright, put this on human. Are they playing sweepers here? This is very much a control-style dragon deck, so you have to have something, right? Felothar is nice, but I'm just going to take this. Just so I have a token left over if they do sweep the board here, because that seems the most likely scenario. Well, or not. Alright, well, looks like everything's gone. Yep. Not a surprise. Alright, this is probably our one chance. Wow, we've drawn... How have we drawn as much mana as the control deck? That's always a terrible scenario. They don't have any creature lands, but they can go search for a dragon. Yep, Meringue, and now you can counter this, I'm pretty certain. Mox, sure. Okay, so they don't have a counter in hand. Or else they would have left mana up there. So sadly, we probably have to use Elspeth to get rid of Meringue, unless we find a get lost off the top or something. Yep, search for all the cards you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's cute. Can't really use it right now, though. And attack. I mean, do we just play this anyway? I think we do, so we can just attack with it. We just don't have to sacrifice anything to it. Though, I say that. If they're playing Caustic Exhales, maybe I am supposed to sacrifice something to it. Alright, I'm your Huckleberry, I'll bite. I feel like they have more ways to get rid of it than not if I don't put the counter on it. Oh, sure. Why not? Yeah, now they're not going to play anything because they obviously have the counter, so here we go. Oh, it's 3 steps ahead. You can't counter that. Alright, here we go. So we're getting real work done with these Cavernous Souls. They're the only reason we're in this matchup right now. And now it's just going to be Dragon to remove everything. We make more tokens. Dragon to remove everything. We're just going to keep doing that cycle for a couple turns, I think. But we'll do what we can do. We still have a couple more Road Watchers in there. We have some more Sanguine Evangelists. So, I mean, we have some ways. We have some ways. Not a lot of ways, but some ways. All right, they're digging. How many cards do you have? They only have 18 cards. So that's the other thing here. Okay, love having the nesting bot. That helps a lot. Let's do this. Let's play this first. Do we even need to play Felothar here? I don't think we do. Because, like, we play it... Yeah, we just end the turn. Because if they have a sweeper, they're just going to do what they do anyway. And if the creatures die, we get 2 nesting bot tokens. Which is funny because I was just like, I don't know if I really want Elspeth in here long term or whatever. Now I'm just like, Elspeth's the reason we're even winning this damn game. Dragonologist. Whoa. Okay, that's a card. So here's the thing. If we can find one thing to sacrifice to Felothar, we win. You know what? Not the way I was thinking we would find it, but that counts. So here's what we do. We make this 1/1. We play Felothar. We sacrifice one of these knuckleheads. Then we do this to give everything flying and a +1/+1. And we attack for exactly 6 and somehow win this crazy, crazy game. Yeah, if y'all made it this far in the video, at least y'all got treated to a really cool game. I mean, opponent was down to 16 cards, but technically they could keep using Omen, so they would have never ran out of cards. They just wouldn't be able to do much. They would just be playing Regent over and over again, which is kind of silly. Or I guess play Meringue and keep bouncing stuff. But yeah, crazy game to finish on. We had to grind that out hard, but they were down to 16 cards anyway, so it would have been interesting to see where that ended up. Well, all right. This ended up 13-10, so 56%. However, I will say 2 of the losses were just because we either didn't draw a color or I just got stuck on like 2 lands. So it is what it is. It's variance. It happens. So, I mean, even if you take those 2 losses off, then it's 13-8 or whatever, which is still pretty good. Much better, obviously. Put you over 60%. But that being said, I will say this deck doesn't have much for the graveyard decks, obviously. So your plan is just to outrace them or hope that you can stick a get lost well-timed, right? It's kind of like your real options. But otherwise, the deck actually works. It plays well. It has game against just about everything, which is nice. Just know that those graveyard games are going to be a little bit bad for us, and that's kind of okay. But against the other creature decks, you hold up pretty well. And as you saw in that last one, even against control decks, apparently, we have a little bit we could do, so that's kind of nice. So, like, yeah, crazy, crazy games. Really fun deck, and I actually liked it. It was a good, different use of Felothar, which was kind of fun to play with. But yeah, if you want it, you know the drill. Be a link, take you over to Moxfield, all the good stuff. Don't forget to check out Tales of Adventure. Use a code, save some money, all that good stuff. And if you want to get your stuff featured, don't forget that you can join the Discord. We have a channel in there for that. I'll be opening up in the next day or so. And if you want to get private deck help, we have that as well with extra videos and the YouTube memberships. Otherwise, if you just want to support the channel for free, remember to watch another video, and watching it all the way through always helps. That's all I have for now. We'll see you next time.